In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a modern UI using ShadcnSpace. So ShadcnSpace is built on top of Shadcn UI, and it gives you a huge collection of ready-to-use UI blocks, component, and templates for React and Next.js. It's also very complete with 270 plus blocks, 9 template, and 200 plus component, so you don't need to build everything from scratch. So first, I will show you how simple to create page using the builder features. As you can see in here, basically you can just drag and drop any blocks you want. Like for example, the block, the hero section in here, the integration, the pricing, you can just grab and drag to whatever the place you want. Before we create the page, I like to just explore the available blocks in here. I'm gonna click the blocks, and as you can see on the marketing, we have a lot of things in here. Like the hero section, there is a 27 blocks. So let's click that, and as you can see, whoa, it's nice, right? The animation is just really cool. I'm going to try to refresh it. Here we go, right? It's super clean. Let's take a look at another thing. Click this one right here. The background is look really nice in my opinion. Let's see another one, right? It's pretty nice. Let's see another one. Like for example, the pricing right here, right? Really cool. So let's just try to build the page. I'm gonna go to builder right here. And anyway, if you're not logged in, you can still drag and drop any component in here, right? For example, I'm gonna start with the navbar. So let's take a look, the navbar page. I'm going to drag and drop the navbar right here. And as you can see, it just placed that on this canvas. And then another thing is the hero section. I'm gonna use this one right here. Drag and drop like this, and as you can see, basically the hero is also have a navbar by default, so I think I'm going to remove this navbar on the top right here. Great, so now we have this hero with logo section as well down here. Next is I'm gonna looking for the features, so let's take a look at this feature section. I'm gonna use maybe this one. I'm gonna drag and drop. Here we go, right? Look really nice. Also the surfaces, for example. So let's take a look at the surfaces. Let me see this one right here. I'm gonna just drag and drop this one. Next, I'm going to put the testimonial blocks. I'm going to just drag and drop maybe this one right here, testimonial 2, and also for the pricing. So let's take a look. I'm going to use this one right here, drag and drop it down here, and also FIQ. Let's take a look, this one right here. I just want to use this one and then place that on the very bottom. And the last thing is, for example, the footer. So I just want to drag and drop again. Here we go. So now as you can see, it's done. So if I click preview, and we can just give any name in here, for example, my app or whatever. So I'm going to click save and preview. Here we go. And as you can see, here we go. We have the preview, right? It's really nice. It's looking great. And not only that, you can basically edit it. For example, the edit on right here, I can just click this text right here and change the text to whatever I want, right? The text on the description in here, I can change that to whatever I want as well. Really cool. Not only just one page, we can create multiple page in here, but I like to just sign in first. So I'm going to sign in with my GitHub account. I'm going to create the sign up page. So I'm going to click this add page in here and put the sign dash up. I'm going to click add page, and let's try to looking for the register down here, right? So I'm going to looking for maybe this one right here, just drag and drop. And then now I'm going to create another page for the sign in, right? Sign in, and then click add page. And then I'm looking for the login. Here we go. So I'm going to use this one right here. Now let's try to export this project. So I'm going to click this export button, and it's basically will export as a file. So let's just take a look. Here we go. As you can see, it's basically zip. So it's automatically extract in my Mac. So I just want to copy that. All right, so basically this is the project. As you can see, this is a Next.js application. If I open the package.json file, as you can see, this is basically the latest version of Next.js, React, and I believe it should be using the Tailwind CSS version 4 as well. So all the dependency in here is the latest version. So I think using the export button in here is also works. Let's now trying to install the dependency. So I'm going to say npm install. After I running npm run dev, now let's take a look on localhost 3000. This is the result. Look really nice, right? So if I scroll down, as you can see, the animation is just works out of the box. Really, really cool, right? It just works. The button, everything, it just works. This one right here, it just works as well. Nice. So let's take a look. Now I'm going to access the sign in. I'm not sure if this is work or not. So let's just take a look /sign in. And let's take a look. It's not work because I just wrong typing on the top right here. The URL, it should be sign in, and here we go. It works pretty cool because in here on the source and then app, we have this sign in and then sign up page as well. As you can see on the, I believe, testimonial, we also have this logo section right here. So I like to just remove this logo section. How we do that? It's basically really simple. All that render in here is basically just component. So you always can looking for that component. So I'm going to go to the component, ShadcnSpace, then the blocks, and then let's go to testimonial, then just open this index. And here we go. This is all the export basically, right? And this basically export the testimonial and then also the brand slider. So I can just comment this one, and now the slider should be gone, right? If you not want to use the brand slider, you can just remove that. And also on the top right here, I believe we also have the brand list array. We can also just remove that. And also this import right here, brand slider. We can remove that, and also the file, if you want, you can just remove that as well. Let's say you want to change this navbar on the top right here. It's also really simple. So let's go to the Shadcn blocks, and I'm looking for the navbar section in here. You can just find any navbar you want. So let's take a look. I just want to use the, maybe this one right here that have the register and login. So I'm going to click this command right here and then go back to the terminal and then just paste that. As you can see, I get this error that say registry ShadcnSpace require the following environment variable. So let's take a look on the resource and then docs. Let's take a look on the bottom right here. I just want to scroll down until we find the CLI version. And then as you can see, this is basically how you change the component.json file. So I'm going to open the component.json file, and then this one right here is really important, the registry object. Let's take a look. If you on the free access, just make sure you're using this registry colon and then use this object and then ShadcnSpace, put this URL, right? But if you on the premium access, you can use this one right here. So anyway, I'm on the premium access, so I can just copy this registry and then paste that right here. Here we go. And now I can put the email and then license key environment variable. So I just want to copy this one right here and then create the .env file. After I change the component.json file and then I adding this environment variable, I hope this is now working. So let's try to add that again. npx Shadcn let us add Shadcn-space navbar 07. Let's try to hit enter. Let's take a look. As you can see, it's basically asking me to override some components. So I'm going to say yes. And for the seed, I'm going to say yes. Page, I just want to say yes as well. Navbar, yes. Okay. So the navbar is basically not automatically apply on this page in here. So we have to do that manually. Let's try to take a look on the Shadcn blocks in here. And as you can see, we have this navbar 7, right? So this is basically what we are going to import on the hero. So let's open the hero and then this one right here on the index. So we have to basically change this header using this navbar. So let's take a look what the name of the component. Let's scroll down and then we find this navbar block. So I can just copy the name of the component and just import that right here, just like this. And here we go. So now we just need to remove the header right here and also the array of the navigation data. Remove that as well. And also if you don't like to use this navigation the header right here, you can just remove that, and also the component, don't forget it. I just want to remove that as well. Here we go. So let's take a look. Here we go. As you can see on the top right here, the navbar is changed, right? I want to make sure the register and the login button in here should be works when I click. So let's try to open the index on the navbar, and then I just want to looking for register, right? Register button. I cannot find that on the index, maybe on the navbar. So let's take a look. This one right here. Great. So now what we have to do is just try to wrapping this button using the link come from the next, right? So link come from the next/link. Here we go. Then put that inside that link. Then we can do that as well on the sign in. So I just want to copy this one and go back to this login. Let's try to put this button inside the link. Here we go. Just change this to sign in. Here we go. Let's take a look. If I click register, now we're on the sign up. If I go back, if I click login, now we're on the sign in. right? It's pretty simple to customize it. And basically you can add another section, like for example, this gallery blocks component. As you can see, this one in here is really cool, right? It's just really, really cool. And also there's a couple template in here that you can just using. For example, this SaaS landing page in here, you can just click that and see how cool is this, right? And you can just click preview in here to check that out. And also if you want to build like an admin dashboard, there's a lot of template as well in here. As you can see, the dashboard, right? Application, then e-commerce, right? It's pretty nice. AI application, authentication, other pages, documentation, a lot of things. It's just available in here. Alright, that's it for this video. If you are building with Shadcn UI, you should definitely check out ShadcnSpace. The UI is super clean and it can save you a lot of time. Use the link in the description and apply this account code to get 20% off on lifetime plans. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.